Professor Vivek Ponkale, Assistant Professor, Department of ISD, Sahitya Institute of Technology, Rajani Kunte, Bengaluru. Today we're going to see the second module, we just to walk through on this model too. The second model is a relational model. So when we say a relational model, what is this relational model means? In SQL, whatever the we queries or the database we are creating, that will be in the form of rows and tables. So it will say it as a RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. So RDBMS is nothing but it will be in the form of rows and tables. That's why we say it is a relational model. So relational model concept, relational model constraint, and relational database schemas. So how to create the database and what are the operations and transactions and the constraints are going to be performed database we're going to see in the chapter 1. In chapter 2, relational algebra. So how to write the queries, how to write the queries by using the notations in relational algebra. We're going to see the relational algebras and some of the examples of the relational algebra. In second module, we're going to see how to write the queries. The queries is going to be or perform a task in the database. And next is mapping conceptual design into logical design. Next is the very important concept designing using ER to relational mapping. Next is SQL. So this is relational algebra. Whatever the queries we are writing, it will be in the form of notations. So here in the SQL, we're going to write the queries in the form of normal statements. And we're going to see some of operations like insert, delete, and update statement in the SQL. And also some of the additional features of the SQL. And for this module 2, we're going to refer this concept we're going to got in the textbook one. It is Ilsari textbook, chapter 4.1 to 4.5, 5.1 to 5.3, 6.1 to 6.5, and 8.1. In these chapters, we're going to find all these concepts. So next is the introduction part. So why we need RDBMS? So RDBMS is nothing but as I said, relational database management system. Whatever the executions, whatever the things we are going to create, it will be in the form of rows and tables. The rows we call it as a tuple in the database context. We say it as a tuple, and the column we say it as a attribute. The column we say it as attribute. The whole table we say it is called a relation. For example, if you're trying to create a student database, student is the relation. And for student, for this relation, what are the attributes you're going to use related to the student is student ID, student name, address, phone number, gender. All these are the attributes. Attributes nothing but the column name, column header, and the values we are going to give for this attribute, that values or that row we say it as a tuple. That row we say it as a tuple. So the relational model represents the database as a collection of relation. When a relation is thought of as a table of values, each row in the table represents a collection of related data values. So what is domains? Domains means what? The entire column value. The entire column value we say it as a domain, and the attribute means what? The values, the name, what we're giving to the attribute. For example, in the student is a relation, as I said, and the attributes are student ID, student name, phone number, then the address. These are the attributes related to the relation. And the values we are giving to nothing but the values, row values we are giving for this attribute. A student ID is something 001, student name is Akash, and the student address is something, right, Bangalore. So these are the row values that we set as a tuple. So in formal relational model terminology, a row is called a tuple, a column header is called an attribute, the table is called a relation. The data type describes the type of values that can appear in each column is represented by the domain of values. Domain is given in a name, data type, and format. For example, a relation schema for a relation which describes only database. So student is the, as I said, student is the what? Relation. and the attributes are name, SSN, home phone, address, office phone, age, GPA. These are the some of the attributes. Using data types of each attribute, the definition will be like student name string. String is the name what will do for this attribute name is what values like Akash. This is the string values. So data type we are given this is name. For SSN we give as a string. For phone number, why we are given string is SSN will contain like for example for our address for our college SSN will be like 1VAIS001. So in this in this USN, there we having a character also and also the number. That's why we're giving as a string. The home phone integer, address is of a character, then home phone is office phone is integer, age is integer, and GPA is